Welcome to another episode of Tryb Talk. So, in today's episode, I want to speak about the one thing that's possibly fucking up your progress. And this sounds really simple, but it is your environment. And what I mean by your environment is your home environment, your work environment, your nutrition environment, your social media environment. So, in today's video, I want to basically break it down to make sure that you've got the right environment set for you to achieve the best results possible. So, for example, I used to come down from my bedroom when I used to live with my parents around 7 o'clock in the morning. Come down every single morning, Sky News would be on the telly. Someone had died, someone had done a terrorist attacks, whatever it was always negative. And I didn't know the impact that had on me throughout the day and what I was taking into the rest of the day. It was making me really reactive. And again, at that time, luckily, I didn't drink coffee because if I did, I would have been a nervous wreck. But you're a home environment is massively important in who you're surrounding yourself with. I'm not going to say, go and get rid of your partner or go and get rid of your kids. What I'm saying is just being aware of what you're taking in. So, for example, is your environment at home set out for what you're currently wanting to do, i.e., drop body fat? Of an evening time, what does that look like? Are you getting home from work at 5:30 and then sitting on the couch all day until you go to bed? Or are you using that time, using that environment, maybe going for a walk, maybe taking your partner with you or taking the kids with you, which is some of our clients do, and getting out of that house for a couple of hours of an evening as opposed to just sitting there binging on snacks because that's the trigger for when you're at home. So same with your working environment. A lot of people nowadays obviously work from home after the back of COVID. Um, that's a massive one because again, you want to make sure your work environment is suited for your work, i.e., if you're on a kitchen table, which again, some people unfortunately can't just go and get an office. You've got to make sure that they've got environments in your house or pockets in your house that signify different things. So, like, the bedroom is for sleep and sex, simple as that. The living room is for chilling out and watching telly. And then the kitchen, one part of the kitchen table might be for work, and then one part might be for evening meal. So, you want to have them separate parts of the house, which are going to help signify what is meant to be done at that time. And this is something that I've learned from working from home now for three and a half years. Massively important when it comes to that. If you are in an office, you'll all understand that you sit next to a Karen. A Karen, someone who talks about the weekend, someone who talks about other people, someone who talks about what about this, why are you doing that, doesn't have an effect on this, why are you eating that, I thought you were on a diet. We all know what person we're talking about. And in work, it's about surrounding yourself with the right people and stepping away from the wrong people, because all these inputs that you're getting on a day-to-day basis will have an effect on your journey and on your motivation to get where you're wanting to get to. With work as well, it sounds really simple, but the little things, using the stairs, walking to the furthest toilet, walking to the furthest kitchen to make everyone a brew, or whatever it is, making sure that you're using that environment to your full advantage. So if the toilet's up the stairs, happy days, that means that you've got to do a couple of extra sets of stairs, maybe every couple of hours when you go to the toilet. This is what I mean about making the most of what you've currently got. And then the next thing is obviously your nutritional environment, which is a big one. People often don't think about this when they're thinking about their nutrition. If I go into the kitchen and I open the fridge, if my fridge is set out with loads of shit and loads of energy drinks and loads of this, it's going to be easy to just grab it. It's going to be easy for me to just go in there and go, well, that's all I've got in the fridge. That's all I'm going to have. Whereas you want to, again, set yourself up for success. When you open that fridge door, you want there to be an array of quality foods, lean meats, veg, easy low calorie snacks, loads of protein, loads of stuff that you're going to open that and feel, I can make a good choice here just off the bat. Because how many times, me included, have we went into the cupboard or the fridge, grabbed something for the sake of it, had it because we felt a little bit peckish, and all of a sudden you're 200-300 calories deep and you haven't even, touched the sides really. So if you have got stuff in the house, whether it's for your partner, whether it's for the kids, whether you do buy snacks on your shop, make sure they're out of sight. Make sure your environment is set up for you. So put it in the bottom cupboard, put it at the back of the fridge, like get it out the way, because that initial first look will then play a part in what you do and the decisions that you do make. So make sure your nutrition environment is set up for you. Same with when you're in work, making sure that if you haven't got the best canteens, because canteens in offices are shit. I think Jamie Oliver tried to make them a little bit bigger or a little bit better, but I don't think it worked very much because he just got slated all the time. Take your lunch if that's going to be an easier option. If you can take it with you and you've got that and that's all you have, once that's gone, that's all you have for that day until you get home. That's going to massively help you. or what's around you, which is something that I've spoke about many, many times. If you work in town like we are at the moment, there's a Starbucks, there's a Pret, there's a Bean Coffee, there's a Tesco meal deal. What are the better options based on where you're currently at? And just having an idea of what that's going to be. So this doesn't mean about your environment around you, setting it up for success. Where if I was in this office block right now and there was a McDonald's and a KFC and this and that, it's going to be easy for me to make that choice because it's there, it's close, it's convenient. So make sure that if that is the case, you're setting yourself up for success. You might be better taking your own food. And then lastly is your social media environment. And again, I think this is probably the biggest thing, especially since we're all online these days. What is the information that you're taking in from podcasts, from who you follow on social media, from YouTube channels, even advertisements? But what are you taking in? Are you following the right people? As I said, if you're constantly following people online who are posting about negativity and this is happening and that's happening and you shouldn't do this and you should do this and keto is bad and or keto is good and no carbs bad and all this, just get rid of all the noise. And I often use this story as 2022, I've had 1 week ever off social media, and it was that 1 week, and I've never felt so clear in my life. And what it was is because I wasn't getting bombarded with other people's days. I wasn't seeing anyone apart from Abby, my family, my friends, and my clients. Like that was literally it. I didn't have a clue what any other coach was doing, have any clue what anyone was doing in Liverpool or what was going on. And it was probably the most clearest that I've been. So I can recommend that. Or as I say, just audit that and be like, okay, if it doesn't serve you, remove it, mute it, unfollow it, whatever it needs to be. Make sure that you're serving yourself. Same with what you're taking in with podcasts and stuff. If you listen to 5 podcasts that are about personal development, that's going to help you with your personal development. If you listen to 5 podcasts about, the news and war and this and that, what do you think is going to happen? Where do you think your mind's going to be at the end of that? So it's massively important to audit your environment and make sure that what you're doing is ultimately paying you back in the right way. So just make sure that you're ordering your environment with your home life, your work life, your nutrition, and your social media, and I guarantee you'll see better results.